kiss me sweet, and we'll go flying high in birdland, high in the sky up above. High in the sky up above. High in the sky up above.
Hello again, future engineers. I am Kathleen Joy Carpio, an industrial engineering student of Batangas State University. At our previous video, I demonstrated the process of making 6 figures that is somehow more complex than the figure on our first video. For today, I will be providing a tutorial on how to create this specific figure and plotting the dimensions right after. So for now, let's open the application AutoCAD. To start making the figure, we will be using the circle command, specifically the center diameter. Let's make the circle right over here. Insert the measurement of the diameter, which is 1.13. Zoom in on this part so we can see better. Let's click the center diameter once more and start at the center of the other circle. For this one, it will have a measurement of 2.06. Choose the center diameter again. This third circle will have a diameter of 2.88. Now click the line command and indicate the starting point of the line, which is the center of the 3 circles. Just type in 1.49. This line will be followed by another line, which is 2.62. Enter to stop the command. The next step is to use the circle command, specifically the center radius. We will be starting from the endpoint of the last line that we made, and the measurement will be 0.375. After that, we will be choosing the center diameter and type in 1.88. Another line will be created, then we will start at this point, and this will have a measurement of 5.26, followed by another line which is 1.62. Using the line command as well, we will be having a measurement of 3.62. Just continue making the figure, and this line will have a measurement of 1.26. The next step is to just connect these 2 points together. Presently, this is our figure. Let's continue. Type in F and R, then 0.12. This is used for the fillet command. Let's use the command for the specific points of the figure. Using the line command, we will be fixing the parts right here. After that, we will be making a line at the center of this part and another line for the midpoint. Let's measure 1.13, and this shall be the indicator for the starting point of the circle that we will make. Choose center diameter, and this will be 0.375. The same goes for the other circle. Let's use the line command and start from the midpoint of this circle. From here, we will be connecting this to this point having an angle of 90 degrees. Use the fillet command once more and type in 0.94. Let's just fix these parts of the figure. After that, use the line command again and tangent. Connect the big and small circle just like this. Repeating the same process, we will now start at this point and connect that at this part. Now let's use the trim command to remove the parts which we don't need in the figure. We can also simply delete the parts which are not included. Trim these parts as well. The next step is to use the line command again and start at this point. We will be having a measurement of 1.47. This will be followed by another 0.47 line. Connect this point to the circle while having a 90-degree angle. Repeat the same steps for the other half. Measure a line of 0.28 and another 1.27 line. Once again, repeat the steps on the other half. Now let's trim these parts. Continuing the figure, find the midpoint and make a line which has a measurement of 1.62. Follow this line with another line which is 5.2. A 1.015 line will also be created in this part. Now let's extend this and make a line having a degree of 180. For the next, we will be using the circle command, specifically the center diameter. The circle will have a measurement of 0.375. Now use the line command and type 1.015. Connect this point to the bottom, having a 90-degree angle. After that, let's proceed to this part of the figure and make a line which has a length of 1.70. Then make a straight line which has an angle of 90 degrees. From the endpoint of the line that we made, let's measure 1.12 and create another straight line which has an angle of 180 degrees. After doing that, let's just trim the parts which are unwanted. Again, simply delete the parts if it's not trimmable. Continue trimming the parts of the figure. Next, use the line command and make a line starting from this point and type in 3.023 with an angle of 82 degrees. At this point, this is our figure. So now let's continue making the activity. For the right side of the figure, we will be starting from this point and we will make a line which has a length of 1.32. Repeat the same steps for the bottom and connect the 2 points together. Make another 0.38 line and extend this, creating a 90-degree angle. Another line shall be made and that will have a length of 0.2956. Let's follow that with a 0.62 line. For this next line, let's type in 0.24 and connect this again. Now let's make a line of 0.59. Continuing this, let's type in 0.70. Still utilizing the line command, we will make a line with a length of 0.67. The bottom part will also have a line of 0.70. Then connect starting from this point. Let's make a line which has a length of 0.14. Then extend this to the bottom. Make another 0-degree line from this part which will have no specific length. After that, connect the upper part and trim the excess. These 2 points will also be connected to each other. Then insert another line here and another line right about here. Measure a line which has a length of 0.5075 and extend that to this part right from this point. Now, measure a length of 5.06 having an angle of 0 degrees. For the next line, type in 1.88. This will be followed by a 1.12 line, and another line which has a length of 0.94 with a 90-degree angle. Choose center diameter again and type in 1.12. The next circle we will be using center radius and it will have a measurement of 0.1875. After that, we can just delete these parts of the figure which we will not need. But let's bring back this other line. From this part, make a line which has a length of 1.3725, then repeat the same process for this other part, then simply connect them. Another line will be created at the center from the center of these 2 circles. The circle command will once again be chosen, specifically the center diameter. Let's specify the midpoint of this part and type in 0.375. Now create another line and connect these 2 points together having a degree of 90. From the top part of this small circle, let's create a line which has a degree of 180. The next step is to use the fillet command and we will be using a measurement of 0.12. Let's use that command for the specific parts of the figure. Just continue using the fillet command until we are satisfied with the figure that we are creating. After using the fillet command, don't forget to insert again the line which were accidentally deleted in the process. Next, let's use the trim command to remove these parts. Now make a line and extend this to this part, creating a 90-degree angle. Then just trim this excess. Let's clean this part as well, and after that, we will just make a 0-degree line by connecting these 2 parts together. From this point, a line will be created and type in 0.4325. followed by a 1.14 line. Next, we'll have another line having a length of 0.56 and click enter. Let's make a circle using the center diameter. This will have a measurement of 1.12. Now using the center radius, we will be typing 0.1875. Use the line command and make a line starting from the midpoint of the bigger circle, and this will have a measurement of 0.80. Then just extend this to the upper part, which will have a degree of 90. Again, trim the excess parts. These lines will be made and we will use the trim command once more to remove the parts which we will not need. Utilize the fillet command for these parts of the figure. Again, don't forget to insert the lines which were accidentally removed by the process. We will also use the fillet command for this part. The next step is to make a line from this point, and that will have a measurement of 1.1619. Then a 90-degree line will be followed by this, then type in 0.7513. Now let's use the arc command, specifically the start and radius. Just specify the start and end point, then measure 1.5. We will make another arc, but this time we will have a measurement of 1.76. Then delete these excess lines. Starting from this point, let's make a 180-degree line and connect this to the part of the figure. The next step is to use the line command and make a line which has a length of 1.30. And make a random line which has a degree of 0. Now make a straight line right about here and extend this to the lower part of the figure. After that, let's just connect the created line to this other point. We can now delete the random line and make another line which has a length of 1.30. Then extend this to the upper part of the figure. After that, we will use the trim command once more and remove the unwanted lines. Then use the fillet command. Again, just fix the figure after we're done using the fillet command. Alright, as we can see, we have successfully created the figure which we are assigned to do. The next thing that we are asked to do is to insert the dimensions. But before that, let's trim this part of the left side. In inserting the dimensions of the figure, the first thing that we need to do is to make the red lines for us to insert the dimensions easier. After inserting the red lines to the left side of the figure, proceed in inserting the green dashed lines. This will be followed by the magenta colored lines. insert the green dashed lines to this part of the figure as well. The next thing that we need to do now is to insert each of the dimensions. Just continue inserting the dimensions of the left side of the figure until we are done. Now for the right side of the figure, we will also be inserting red lines for us to make the dimensions easier. We can now proceed in making the magenta colored lines. After that, let's continue inserting the red lines. After the red lines, let's insert a green dashed line to this part of the right side of the figure. After inserting the green dashed lines, we can now proceed in inserting the dimensions. As we can observe, we have accomplished the task that we are assigned to do, which is this figure right here. This tutorial was a lengthy process, but I hope that you have acquired something from this demonstration today. So that is it for this tutorial. Thank you and have a productive day, future engineers!